Good morning, students. Today we'll discuss about a topic from economics, that is chapter number 4, globalization and the Indian economy. Today we'll discuss about this topic. Okay, so you often go to market to buy mobile. Suppose you plan to buy a mobile phone from the market. So when you go to market, you will find that the varieties of mobile phone and varieties of ranges and various features, latest cameras, more GB data, more RAM, and more storage facility, more updation, and various product of various companies are available in the market. At times this was not there, but now you can plan to buy any of the products. Suppose you want to buy, your mother want to buy detergent powder from the market, you will find that varieties of detergent powder having latest features and technologies are available in the market. How this happened? This happened because of the globalization. Okay, globalization, we'll discuss about the definition, other things as well. We'll go to the history of this topic. Today we'll discuss about this topic one by one. So first we'll part about the introductory part as well. So you can see the world, as I told you earlier about it, choices of goods. Wide range of varieties are available in the market nowadays. This is possible because of the commodities are available in brand. Suppose you want to buy clothes, you want to buy television sets, you want to buy cold drinks, you want to take cold drinks, you want to purchase car, large number of varieties are available. This world is very different from your parents where they live in that part. On the time Doordarshan was there, but nowadays you can see a channel apart from Doordarshan, various varieties of channels are available and television sets as well. This is possible because of globalization. Globalization basically nowadays in our country, it's an impact of MNCs. MNCs are available in the market and they spend the product, they sell the product in various countries. MNCs are multinational companies. These companies are available in market in large quantities. These are the companies who sell the goods in different manner. They used to sell the goods in more than one countries. Until the middle of the 20th century, प्रोडक्शन वाज लार्जली ऑर्गेनाइज विद इन द कंट्रीज. हर एक देश में उसके यहाँ प्रोडक्शन होता था. बट नाउ डेज ओनली रॉ मटेरियल्स क्रॉस्ड, केवल रॉ मटेरियल्स एक कंट्री से दूसरे कंट्री जाता था. रिमेनिंग थिंग्स आर अवेलेबल एज वेल लाइक फूड स्टफ एंड फिनिश प्रोडक्ट्स. Food stuff and finished products, all these were traveled only. Colonies such as India were the exporter of raw materials, and the goods are prepared in their mother countries. For example, Britain established colonies in our country. So India was a supplier of raw materials. India was a supplier of raw materials where they used to sell British companies collect the raw materials and send to their countries, and where they prepare finished product and sell to our market. So this was the nature of MNCs were there on the time. Trade was the main channel connecting distant countries. Mother countries like the Britain, where manufacturing units are there in England, and colonies were the suppliers of raw materials, and from there they collected raw materials from our country and prepared finished product in their country, and they sell finished product into our country and very many part of the world. So that was the example of MNCs were found there in different parts of the countries. Production across countries, how it was there, the process of trade was the MNCs, how they established, they used to involve in the production activities, and after it they prepared the production activities, and after preparing production they used to involve in trade, means they supply items in different parts. They involve in investments. They involve in the process of investment, where they investment in the form of any product, or they buy, purchase companies or placing orders, etc., and they find out suitable market where they involve in the according to requirement of market, they involve in the production activities. All these are the structure of MNCs. In that manner MNCs work. Spreading of production of MNCs अपना प्रोडक्शन कैसे स्प्रेड करता है. एन MNCs क्या होती है? एन MNC is a company that owns or control production in more than one nation. As I told you earlier, they set up office and factories for production in regions where they can get cheap labor and other resources. For example, India, China, where labors are available in cheap or plenty as well. Plenty of labors are available. So whenever the plenty of labors are available, they are always cheap. This is done to so that the cost of production is low. अगर कम पैसा लेबर को देना पड़ेगा तो प्रोडक्शन का कॉस्ट कम होगा, तो कम पैसे में सामान बिक जाएगा. In that manner they get huge profit as well. MNCs can earn greater profit out of it as well. As one example is given there about the large MNCs. A large MNC producing industrial equipments designs its products in research centers in the United States and then has components of manufactured in China. These are then shipped to Mexico and Eastern Europe, where the products are assembled and finished products are sold in all over the world. Meanwhile, the country's customer care is carried out through call centers and located in India. So in that manner, MNCs used to supply goods in different parts of the world. In this example, one example is not there. MNCs not only selling its finished product globally, but more important, the goods and services are produced globally as well. The goods and services are produced globally, means that these goods are not prepared for their own country, but they used to sell these goods for the purpose of selling as well. मीन्स अपने कंट्री के अलावा अपने देश के बाहर भी प्रोडक्शन को सेल करते हैं. प्रोडक्शन इज ऑर्गेनाइज इन इंक्रीजिंगली कॉम्प्लेक्स वेज. इन दैट मैनर प्रोडक्शन इज ऑर्गेनाइज इंक्रीजिंगली कॉम्प्लेक्स वेज. The production is divided into small parts and spread out across globe. For example, one more example given there, like China provides the advantage of being a cheap manufacturing location, where raw materials are available in plenty. Mexico and Eastern Europe are useful for their closeness to the market. In the US and Europe, India has highly skilled engineers who can understand the technical aspects of production. It also has an educated English-speaking youth who can provide customer care services. Apart from this, and all this probability can mean 50-60% cost saving for MNCs. In that manner, the advantage out of it, they will get huge profit out of it. Interlinking production across countries. In general, MNCs set up production where it is close to the market. MNCs अपना प्रोडक्शन वहाँ इस्टेब्लिश करते हैं, यहाँ पे मार्केट के पास में हो. देन दे फाइंड आउट स्किल लेबर एंड स्किल लेबर इन प्लेंटी ओवर देयर एट लो कॉस्ट एज वेल, वेयर द अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ ऑल फैक्टर्स ऑफ प्रोडक्शन आर अवेलेबल. एज वी डिस्कस अबाउट द फैक्टर्स ऑफ प्रोडक्शन अर्लियर इन क्लास 9. So where all these things are available in plenty, or they used to involve in the practice as well. They invest their money in that manner. The investment, what is called investment, where suppose we plan to buy a car, so to purchase that car we spend our money, so that is called investment. Suppose we plan to buy a house, we spend money to purchase those house, this is called investment. When this investment is done by foreign countries into our country, that investment is called foreign investment. So foreign investment हमारी कंपनी में कैसे होता है? Investment is made by MNCs is called foreign investment. They used to involve MNCs. For example, in our country, if foreign agencies come, they involve in 3 different tactics. For example, first one is joint with local companies, tie-up. That is one of the first target. MNCs can provide money for additional investment like buying new machines and faster production. Second, MNCs may bring with them the latest technology for production. This is advantage for the local companies. Local companies will get the new technology and the latest machines out of it. In that manner, their production will become higher if they involve in that tactics as well. अगर हमारी देश की कंपनी इनके साथ टाई अप करती तो उसको विदेशी टेक्नोलॉजी का फ़ायदा मिलेगा, उसके पैसे का फ़ायदा मिलेगा, इससे उसका प्रोडक्शन और ज़्यादा आगे बढ़ेगा. विदेशी कंपनी को क्या लगेगा, जमा मार्केट कंपनी का मिल रहा है तो उसके से उसका नाम हो जाएगा. इन दैट मैनर दे विल गेट द बेनिफिट आउट ऑफ इट. बाइंग लोकल कंपनीज, दैट इज अनदर इंपॉर्टेंट टास्क. द मोस्ट कॉमन रूट, इट इज़ द मोस्ट कॉमन रूट वेयर लोकल कंपनीज ऑलरेडी इस्टेब्लिश. सो उस लोकल कंपनी को परचेस करके अपना बना लिया. Like for example, in Ujjain, you can see that Treasure Bazaar was there. So Treasure Bazaar was taken over by Cosmos. That is one of the example of those. दिस इज़ वन ऑफ द मोस्ट पॉपुलर वेज, किसी जमे जमाए प्रोडक्ट को अपना बना के अपना नाम टैग लगा के इसको बेचना. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इन इंडिया वन एग्जाम्पल इज गिवन इन बुक कारगिल फूड. कारगिल फूड, अ वेरी लार्ज अमेरिकन MNCs has bought the smaller Indian company's name Prakash Food. Prakash Food is the biggest manufacturer of oil in our country. So that is take over by it. So Prakash Food का सारा जो बेनिफिट है वो इसको मिल गया. एंड Cargill is now the largest producer of edible oil in India after purchasing Prakash Food. So that is another second. That is the second way of purchasing factories or purchasing the established brand in our country and give the tag name of them as well. So buying local companies is the second way. Third way, by placing orders. We don't have to do anything out of it. हमको इसके बारे में कुछ नहीं करना है. हमको क्या करना है, जो प्रोडक्शन ऑलरेडी है उसको परचेस करना है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल बाय प्लेसिंग ऑर्डर्स, दिस इज अनदर वे. ये और तरीका होता है. लार्ज MNCs इन डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज प्लेस ऑर्डर फॉर प्रोडक्शन एंड प्रोडक्शन विद प्रोड्यूसर्स. लार्ज कंपनीज क्या करती हैं, प्रोडक्शन जो वहाँ पे ब्रांड है उसको, जैसे जीन्स कंपनी से दिल्ली की लोकल मेड, उनको प्रोडक्शन के लिए दे दिया. उनको बोला कि आप हमारे लिए माल तैयार करो, प्लेस ऑर्डर कर दिया. देन उस ऑर्डर को हम अपना कंपनी क्या करेगी, अपना टैग लगा देगी और उस मार्केट में बेचेगी. संदर्भ में दे गेट लार्ज बेनिफिट आउट ऑफ इट. कंपनी को प्लेस ऑर्डर देना और उसको अपना टैग लगा के मार्केट में सेल करना. दस MNCs आर स्प्रेडिंग देयर प्रोडक्शन and interacting with the local companies in various countries. In that manner, they used to spend their money in other countries. As a result of production, these widely disappeared location in getting interlinked. In that manner, market are interlinked in different parts of the world. One more example is given there about in your book, like for example, Ford Motor Company. Ford Motor is an American company. It is one of the world's largest automobile manufacturers with production spread over 26 countries of the world. Ford Motor came to India in 1995 and spent near about 1700 crore to set up a large plant near Chennai. Thus, this was done in the collaboration with the Mahindra and Mahindra, a major Indian manufacturer of jeeps. You heard about Mahindra? It recently also launched scooter, pehle bikes also, but it is well known for jeeps. In 2004, Ford Motor was selling 27,000 crore cars in Indian market, while 24,000 cars was exported from India to South Africa, Mexico and Brazil. The company wants to develop Ford India as a component supplying base for its other plants across the globe. So in that manner, it get benefit out of it as well. So Ford Motor is an MNC. It used to purchase one of the company of our country. Now the next portion is foreign trade and integration of market. Foreign trade and integration of market. This portion will tell you about the main. It is for a long time foreign trade has been the main channel connecting countries. हिस्ट्री में आप देख लो तो फॉरेन ट्रेड एक हमारे लिए, जैसे इंडिया वाज कॉल्ड गोल्डन वर्ल्ड बिकॉज ऑफ ऑल राउंड प्रॉस्पेरिटी एंड अ प्रॉस्परस ट्रेड कैरिड आउट बाय द मर्चेंट्स ऑफ आवर कंट्री एंड दे गेट लार्ज बेनिफिट आउट ऑफ इट. उनके वजह से हमारा कंट्री गोल्डन वर्ल्ड कहलाता था. Foreign trade has been the main channel connecting countries. It creates an opportunities for the producers to reach beyond the domestic markets. Producers can sell their goods not only in market located within the country but also compete in market located in other countries of the world. They not only after fulfilling the requirement of our country, they used to sell the excess material to the other country and get benefit out of it. Similarly, for the buyers, import of goods produced in another country is one way to expanding the choice of goods beyond what is domestically produced. As I told you earlier in the beginning of the module, suppose you want to purchase a mobile phone, you go to market, you will find that the various product of different countries are also available in our market as well. So you will get varieties out of it. ग्राहक को तो फ़ायदा ही फ़ायदा है कि फॉरेन ब्रांड भी उसको मिल रहा है उसी रेंज में. इन जनरल विद द ओपनिंग ऑफ ट्रेड, गुड्स ट्रेवल फ्रॉम वन कंट्री टू अनदर कंट्री. ट्रेड में ऐसा ही होता है, गुड्स ट्रेवल फ्रॉम वन कंट्री टू अनदर कंट्री. चॉइस ऑफ गुड्स इन द मार्केट राइजेस. हमारे लिए सबसे ज़्यादा फायदा, द मोस्ट बेनिफिट आर गिवन टू द कंज्यूमर्स. कंज्यूमर को सबसे ज़्यादा फायदा है इसके. prices of similar goods in the two markets tends to become equal, and producers in the two countries now closely compete विथ अगेंस्ट ईच अदर। इससे क्या होगा कि लोकल कंपनी जो मोनोपोली थी वो मोनोपोली ख़त्म हो जाएगी, अब उसको कंपटीशन में दूसरा ब्रांड मिल जाएगा तो उससे उसको कंपटीशन मिलेगा। सो कंपटीशन में अपने प्रोडक्ट को अपग्रेड करने की कोशिश करेगा, अदरवाइज वो मार्केट से बाहर हो जाएगा। इन दैट मैनर बेनिफिट से अल्टीमेटली बेनिफिट कंपनी को भी होगा, लोकल कंपनीज़ को, उनके पास चांस रहेगा कि अपने आप को अपग्रेड करें फॉरेन कंपनी के सामने और बेनिफिट को ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा प्राप्त करें। दैट इज़ वन ऑफ द बेनिफिट एज वेल। Foreign trade thus results in connecting the market of integration of markets in different countries. In that manner, foreign trade जो है इंटीग्रेशन इसी प्रकार से इंटीग्रेट करता है। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, वन ऑफ द बेस्ट एग्जाम्पल इन चाइनीज टॉयस। Chinese toys presented a tough competition to Indian manufacturers. Nowadays, you can see that our markets are filled with the various levels of Chinese goods. हमारी कंट्रीज़ में आप हमारे यहाँ पर आप देख लो चाइनीज़ मार्केट्स है। अब तो कुछ मात्रा में कम हुआ है, जब अभी जो गलगान वाला जो केस हुआ था उसके चक्कर में चाइनीज़ प्रोडक्ट का हमारे पर यूज़ हुआ है। और जो हमने जो देखा फेमस डिसीज़ कोरोना, उसका स्प्रेडर भी चाइना है, तो चाइना के प्रति लोगों के मन में अब थोड़ी भावना विरोध में हुई। बट यू कैन सी दैट बिफोर दिस चाइनीज़ प्रोडक्ट्स आर फिल्ड विद इंडियन मार्केट। आप किसी प्रोडक्ट को देख लो, चाहे मैन्युफैक्चरिंग यूनिट्स हो, चाहे दवाई के हो, या फिर डिफरेंट ब्रांड्स हैं, चाइनीज़ प्रोडक्ट्स आर चीपर, और जो इंडियन प्रोडक्ट है उससे भी कम मार्केट में अवेलेबल होता है, कम रेंज में अवेलेबल होता है। तो लोगों का चॉइस क्या होती है, सस्ते को खरीदने की कोशिश करते हैं। लाइक इन टर्म्स ऑफ मोबाइल फ़ोन एट टाइम्स, तो दे आर प्रेजेंटेड वेराइटीज़ ऑफ गुड्स। सो एट टाइम्स ये हमको स्टिफ कॉम्पिटिशन पेश करता था और हम उसको परचेस करते थे। बट नाउ फॉरेन ट्रेड दस रिजल्ट इन कनेक्टिंग द मार्केट और इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ मार्केट इन डिफरेंट कंट्रीज। ऐसा नहीं कि हमारा उनका ही प्रोडक्ट हमारा बिकता है, हमारा प्रोडक्ट भी बाहर जाता है। सो दैट इज़ वन ऑफ द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ मार्केट्स। So that's it for the video. In next part we'll discuss, in next topic we'll discuss about the what is globalization, advantage and drawbacks of globalization, what is liberalization, globalization हमारी country में कैसे आया, all this we'll discuss about in next module. For this you just go through that part in your books and complete the assignment. Thank you.